Welcome to the Golden Gays Unscripted Life. Over 60 single gay men.
Episode 4.
Episode 4. We're so glad that you dropped in to chat with us.
And we have these new T-shirts. I don't know if you can see them. And I have to give a little plug to the place. I can't remember the place on Hallwood, but it was on Hallwood Drive.
Is it in that little shop we go in a lot?
Where they have the jewelry store.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was very nice. It took her hours. I was there 2.5 hours. It took her a long time to do this. She really went out of her way. I thought you just cut the thing out and you slap it on the T-shirt. She had to cut every little thing out.
Wow.
And then she positioned them. It took her forever. First, she had to cut it on the computer screen and then print them and cut them all. It was very interesting. Separate it all out. It was very interesting.
Wow.
But I think they
turned out very nice. Yeah.
We
could do without the silver stuff.
Yeah, because they don't really make sense.
They don't look like microphones.
They look like bottles. Like something upside down.
Maybe if we do this again, we do the Golden Gaze up higher and then our faces off of our nipples.
The headphones aren't bad. It's the mics on the side. Well, I don't know. They don't look bad. Do you think they look bad? Using the microphones? I don't know. Anyway, I think they're nice. They were like $50 each.
Yeah. I did have a friend who saw them and said, "Oh, where can I get those?" I like the merch.
Oh.
And so maybe somewhere in the future,
maybe I need to get a merchandise thing going on.
Yeah, if you, we'll need to have much more followers.
I know, but I was going to get some baseball caps because they sell them there, and put the little and have the
coffee cups.
And have the logo with the QR. Is it QR or QC?
QR.
QC is at the grocery store. QR code.
So they can scan and get right to it. We could give one to our friend who can never find the link.
That's true. Okay, so we said we were going to talk about lesbian. I think we should talk about the rift between I don't want to say lesbian and gay community because they're gay too. So because whenever they say lesbian and gays, that never makes sense to me. They're all gays. So lesbian and gay men.
Yeah, gay men and gay women. There's
a rift.
Sometimes there are some people who get along very nicely, but there's
overall there's a rift. If you look at the bars, there's a lesbian bars and there are male gay bars. There are. Is it true? And lesbian bars, I've gone into a lesbian bar, and my understanding is they really don't want gay men, and I could be wrong, but that's what I've heard. They don't want gay men. And going into the gay bar, into lesbian bars, that they prefer not. They also, I've heard from lesbians, they have a problem with straight men going in the bars. And that would really be obnoxious.
Well, I could understand that.
Because they think like they're going to convert, like, oh, you haven't had the right man. You need a real man.
You know what? I have a problem if I go to a gay bar that has dancers and it's a bunch of straight women on a bachelorette party.
It doesn't really bother me.
It does me when
I don't know why. Yeah. It doesn't really bother me. But this thing with lesbians, you have to remember back during the AIDS crisis. I don't know if I don't think the younger people realize this, but if you do a little research, lesbians are the ones that stepped up to the plate.
Yeah, and took care of the men.
Took care of gay men.
Yeah.
So I don't understand now why. I understand that gay men and gay women and lesbians are very different. They're very, very different. They have different, they just are different. They're men and they're women. That's what the difference is.
Yeah.
So women are a little more touchy-feely, and their relationships maybe, I think, are a little different. I assume we talked about this.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that they have like hookup sites like gay men have. And I mean, I don't know. Maybe they do. I don't know. I don't know if their bars have the same energy as male gay bars. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. But there is definitely somewhat of I do feel that there's a rift between gay men and gay women. And it's unfortunate because if at any time where it's not really necessary would be now for the lesbians and gay men to join together and have a stronger community.
Well, let me tell a true story about myself, and I don't know if I'm the bad guy in it, but I'll tell it. A friend of mine who is a lesbian she passed away here a few months ago. But one time we were having a conversation and she asked me a question. So I am answering the question, and you know me very well. Sometimes I give way more than what's needed to get to the point, like maybe right now.
Okay, yeah.
And so so I talk probably more than needed. So I was trying to answer her question, and she got mad at me. And she said, "Stop mansplaining." I
was just going to say that she said,
"Stop mansplaining," and it ticked me off. And I said, "What are you talking about? You've known me for years. I'm not mansplaining. You asked a question."
Okay, calm down.
And then she,
well, what was the question?
I don't even remember. And that's probably what happened, because I probably raised my voice. And she says, "Well, we're done with this." I said, "We're done when I'm finished talking. You asked a question, and I'm going to give you the answer." And I was a real jerk, but I gave her the whole answer. And that wasn't mansplaining. Well, you asked a question.
Was it? You don't remember the subject that she asked?
I have no idea.
Well, maybe you did mansplain. I mean, women don't like that.
Well, don't ask me a question if you don't want the answer. I know, but an answer. And if you've known me for decades,
then you know you're going to. Yeah, why would she be upset about that? I don't know why that one doesn't.
Well, and you know, I kind of hate to have this kind of where we talk about the differences between gay men and gay women.
But I don't know if that's a difference.
But we have our own stereotypes as well.
Oh, absolutely. I think that they have stereotypes of gay men, and we have stereotypes of lesbians. We think of lesbians with flannel shirts and work boots or Birkenstock sneakers.
Yeah, and that really doesn't.
And that's not. I mean, there are many lesbians that I would guess what we would call lipstick lesbians, who are very, very feminine. Just like there are very. I mean, obviously, there's some very, very masculine men. Not all gay men are hairdressers. Yeah, or you know. So I mean,
and it probably goes for a lot of time where men historically, in the past and presently, talk down to women anyway. And so she probably had some of that with her, but I'm thinking, look at me.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm kind and love everybody, but it just struck me the wrong way, and then I probably lived out her worst fear, and then I acted probably exactly like she didn't want me to act. But it's like, how dare you?
I think that was more of a male thing, female thing, than a gay thing. Do you know what I mean?
Probably. Yeah. It was she said mansplaining. So it was a male female thing.
Exactly.
But does that happen more between lesbians and gay men because there's already the male female headbutting?
I would not think so, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I have asked some lesbians. I've heard from lesbians though that they think. I've heard that. I think they think gay men might be a little superficial.
Well, I think some gay men are superficial.
I think that's very true. And I think that they think that they're a little pretentious. That's probably true too.
Yeah.
And they worry about, very shallow things. Maybe they're a little shallow. That might very well be true. I could see why they would think that.
Well, even working in an LGBTQ church, one of the things that I've had conversations with people, and sometimes I initiate it, is if you need something done in the church, if you really need it done, you ask the lesbians to do it because it'll get done. Because if you ask the gay men tend to always have one eye open in case something better comes along, and they don't stick to their commitment. And that's an oversimplification and a stereotype, because all gay men are not superficial.
No, and all gay women are not great. Although I had tenants, they were gay, and I'm telling you, they fit the stereotype because they built shelves in that place. They improved that condo a lot. So,
gay ladies.
Yeah, lesbians.
Yeah.
So, I mean, although gay men also improve too, but they do different things. They might paint. Do a lot of construction. So, we stereotype lesbians that they're very handy, but maybe they are a little handier. If you want something put together, maybe I can't put anything together at all. I buy it at IKEA, and I don't know. Maybe.
Well, the
joke is that they could do it. They could do that kind of stuff. I don't know.
I have been at the Christmas time when we're decorating the church for Christmas, and if you look around, the gay men are planning where to put stuff so it looks pretty, and the ladies are on the ladders actually hanging stuff up. They're doing the work, and men are visioning.
Maybe there is something to it.
There's probably something to our stereotypes.
That could be.
Probably.
But I wish though that they could. I really do wish that there would be. Maybe we could start a group of some kind of gays with lesbians and gay. And that thing, gays and lesbians, bothers me when people say gays and lesbians. Have you ever heard that expression? You've heard it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I never understand why it says that, because they're gay. Everybody's
Well,
gay.
they're gay women, but I don't know if lesbians want to be called gay women. Maybe they don't want.
I don't know. Maybe they want to be called lesbians. I don't know.
Maybe the word gay.
Maybe the word lesbians has gone out of style. I don't know.
You've lost the cover for your microphone, but that's okay.
Well, where did it go?
Well, because it's on upside down, but that's okay.
Well, I hope it's still working.
Yeah, the light's on, so it's still working.
So,
but we do have some followers that are consistent and making comments. The lesbians that have already watched the few episodes.
I get along fine with lesbians. I have no issues. Just so you know,
I think I do too.
I have no issues with getting along with lesbians. I have absolutely no issues at all.
But I may have offended people accidentally already in this or previous one.
But you've offended other people too.
Well, I tend to offend people.
It doesn't matter if they're lesbians or not. So,
I just offend everyone. So if you are offended by me, don't take it personal.
Exactly. But maybe we should have not a support group, a focus group with lesbians and gay men, and see what exactly could be done to bring them together so they have a stronger.
We should have an episode where we have you and I and two ladies over 60 that are lesbians, and just say, listen, okay, what do you think we have wrong about you?
I think that's a good thing.
Let's do that.
Well, what do you think? What is your idea of a gay man? And we'll tell you what our idea of a gay.
However, we are probably not typical gay men, being that we are fathers and grandfathers.
Yeah, but you got a lot of. I think we have a lot of typical interests, maybe that are typically.
Well, if you think that's a good idea, be sure to comment in the comments. And
so we need to hear from some lesbians. Maybe we need to go to a lesbian bar and scope it out and see what they're talking about. I went to the one when it was over on what was that called again? You remember the lesbian bar that was over there for years? It had Charlie's. They had a restaurant in it. What was that called? They'll remember.
It's in my mind. Chances.
Yeah. I went there a few times, and I remember
it's Pearl Bar.
I was talking to the bartender, and she told me that they didn't like men coming in. However, gay men were okay, but they were always worried when they saw a man come in. Period, because they assumed that they were straight, and they come in to convert them, and make obnoxious comments,
or to be creepy.
Or to be creepy, exactly, and to say things like, "Well, you haven't had, you're a lesbian because you haven't had the right man." You know what I mean? So that would be very obnoxious. So anyway, we should think about.
Can you imagine going up to a straight man and said, "Well, you're only straight because you've never had the right man"?
Right. I mean,
that wouldn't work, would it?
I can see that could be obnoxious. All right. So what else we want to talk about? I want to talk about tattoos.
I do too.
I have 2 tattoos. That's all I have. But I see a lot of people with tattoos, and you said you were going to get a tattoo.
I have designed a couple, and I've actually gone as far as to go in and talk to a tattoo artist about them and get time and things like that. But I've not. Well, actually, the tattoo place I went in, I saw a roach crawling on the floor, and I thought, I want to go to a cleaner place.
I don't know if that would matter if you're getting a tattoo.
Well, you're forgetting that I'm arrogant and I'm a bitch. And I thought,
I've been to 2 tattoo places, one in Clear Lake and the one that's closed now, that was on Shores on Westheimer, and they were very good.
Well, I think we should plan to get a tattoo and do just a little filming that we can cut and put into an episode.
Well, I would do
the Golden Gate.
I take blood thinners, so I
have to go off.
I have to go off of it for 2 days because I have a big bloody mess.
Yeah.
If I went in, I mean, it would be a mess. So I would stop for 2 days.
You're wanting to get a small one, not a big one. I want something that won't take too long.
I don't want it. I'm not worried about the pain. It's just that I don't really want. I'm not one to have. I don't want big tattoos that are going to show all over the place. I'm a little, I'm a different generation. I'm 67, so I'm from a generation where, first of all, women didn't have tattoos most of my life. I mean, that was not something that was very common. So I just don't.
That was like the Navy people in the 50s and 60s.
I got to be honest. I don't mind tattoos because it's their body. They can do whatever they want. But I don't find them offensive on women. But when they're on their arm, it just looks like a sailor to me. I don't know why. And because sailors used to have them on their arm. My father.
Well, that's because that's the connection you have with tattoos.
My father had one on his arm, and it said Esther. My mother's name is Rose. It said Esther and Mom.
So who was Esther?
I don't know. I never heard who Esther was. So, but it said Esther. I asked my mother if it bothered. She said no, it didn't bother. But that's what the kind of and it looked like a sailor tattoo.
Tattoos on other people doesn't bother me at all. I mean, it's
Your
like
kids have tattoos, don't they?
Yeah, two of my sons and one of my daughters-in-law. I don't know if one of the other daughters-in-law has tattoos or not, but
most of my kids have tattoos.
Yeah, your
my son has one on his entire back.
Yeah,
and my daughter has one on a couple on her feet. I think on the side, on her.
Yeah, I always find them interesting, even if I'm looking at something that says, "Ooh, I wouldn't have done that," but I look at them, that's really cool.
But
Tell
a lot
me
of
about
people
it.
regret them when they get, they get older.
Well, we're already older, so we don't have much time for regrets.
That's very true.
My thing is, because when I look at my skin, it's kind of crepey. It looks like wrinkled up crepe paper. And
I mean, I had that one from years ago. It hasn't changed. It doesn't look crepey.
Well, I have a scar here, and so kind of my eye, I have this idea of one that kind of wanders up here and up into here.
That's expensive.
Well, it would take multiple days.
That was a lot of. That sounds like a lot of pain. This was supposed to be a barracuda, but people have asked me why I have
a snake,
a lizard on my leg. So I don't know what I would want to get if I got another.
Where would you get one?
Probably on my leg.
Okay.
I don't want it on my arm. I don't want it visible. Okay. Well, this is visible, but I mean, you normally wear.
Well, you don't wear shorts to work.
No, I don't wear shorts to work. But I don't like them when they're visible. First of all, I don't like them on hands. I have a thing. I think they look very tacky on hands.
I don't like them on knuckles.
Knuckles. Did you see the one that was on Facebook? They put something up, but they ran out of knuckles, and they were missing a letter. I mean,
planning ahead.
And I know you don't mind this, but I don't like them down necks either. First of all, when people have a collar, it looks to me like they're choking.
I don't like it. My first one's going to be right here behind the ear. That's the first one I'm going to do.
That's going to hurt, and I don't know why.
But it's small.
I don't find those attractive at all. But face tattoos are out, obviously.
Yeah, I don't want one on my face.
Who would ever do that? I mean, you talk about having regrets. Something on your face.
Well, it might be nice to do this part of my eyebrow that quit growing.
Well, that reminds me. It's a whole different subject. But this week, you know what? I want you to look at this top of my forehead. See it?
Yeah.
Because I didn't have time last week because I was with my mom. I didn't have time to go do it. I'm going to get Botox. So look at the crease as it is now. See it? See the 11s? See how angry I look? And in about a week, it takes a week before it really settles in. Then you'll see that my forehead is going to be as smooth as you can see.
So that'll be 2 to 3 weeks in pops.
It really is. It's smooth as can be. There's not a wrinkle on your forehead. It's unbelievable.
When we're done with this episode, I'll take a picture of him wrinkling his forehead, and then after he gets that, and we'll do a before and after and talk about it again.
See these 11s?
Okay.
They call them 11s. They are totally gone because you can't move your face like that.
You haven't done that in a while, though, have you?
I haven't done it in a while now. I had an appointment, then my mom came up with my mom, so I couldn't go in. So I'm going to.
Didn't you used to do something in here too?
No.
Maybe that's somebody else.
I had my eyelids done years and years ago, which actually probably they would be really saggier than they are now if I didn't have
your
them
eyelids don't look saggy to me.
Well, I had them done, but so it sets the clock back a little bit.
Well, see, because when your eyes are up, you can see your eyelid. Mine, this part, it just rolls under it like a garage door, and you don't even see the eyelid.
I would like to get them done again, and you can get them done now. Medicare will pay for it if they obstruct your vision. So you go into the doctor like this, and you say, "I can't. They're really obstructing my vision," and see if they'll get it to cover it.
Yeah, I want to do my eyelids, and well, with my beard line, you can't tell, but I've got too much. I want to get some of this pulled back.
Okay, here's the thing with that. You that doesn't work like that. You realize that, right? You can't just get that pulled back. You have to do a lower facelift.
No, I don't want to do all that. I just want this pulled back.
There's no such thing. See, I've gained weight about 10 pounds now, so I have a little more fat here on my neck. But for the longest time when I was younger, all my pictures, I had the worst double chin you ever want to see. It was horrible. I mean, it was really bad. I would never want, when I got my hair cut, I never wanted to look down because it was really bad. So after I went through the divorce, I had to make some changes. So one of the things I thought I was going to have plastic surgery. So I went and had my eyes done, and I had a lower facelift from the nose down. But the reason why I had a facelift was because I wanted my neck done. And you can't have your neck done unless you have a facelift, because what they do is they have to take this fat out of your neck, liposuction, and they got to pull it up. So you got to where are they going to go? I mean, they just don't pull it, shades like that, it's got to go up your face. I mean, they lift your face up.
See, I thought they could cut in the middle of the back and squeeze
it in the back and like they tie a knot.
Yeah,
That's not how it works at all. I mean, they got to do liposuction, and then that skin is hanging. So they've got to do something with it. They got to lift it. And so like they changed my beard line afterwards. I mean, I noticed like behind my ear, first of all, you probably you can see the scars, if you get a haircut. She's seen the scars. You can see the scars right up here. And actually this is still numb. Believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, there's a little numb spot right here above my ears. Never came back.
Well, see, because I had surgery on my kidneys when I was 9 years old, and back then they didn't have all the cameras, so they literally had to cut you big enough that they could look in there and see. And so the scar is very thick, and it has no feeling, and it goes. Even though I was a little boy, and the scar was like this,
it has no feeling right there.
But it's grown. The scar is grown with, so the scar still goes clear across my lower abdomen.
Don't forget, this was 24 years ago, so I really do need to have another facelift. I mean, honestly, now if I had not had it done, no, it did set the clock back a little bit because I am 67 and I don't think I look that bad.
But you don't have any saggy.
I don't have. Remember Mayor Lanier with that turkey neck? Man, I can't stand that turkey neck.
Yeah, see, I've got wobble hair. And especially since I have trimmers, when I have my beard short and I'm having a trimmer, you can see the skin.
No, I don't have that. I got my money's worth with the neck. Now, if I lose another 10 pounds, then my neck's pretty good. I mean,
you have a tight neck
overall for 67.
Yeah,
I think I do. Yeah.
How old were you when you had the facelift?
Well, that was 20. I was in 2002. So what was that? 24 years ago.
24. Yeah.
So I was 43. I was young.
Well, yeah, that's kind of young.
I didn't do it to have a facelift. I did it to have my neck done.
Oh, and they couldn't do the neck without doing...
He did a lower facelift. But I really would want to go in if I can't afford it, really. I mean, because it's expensive. But I would really like to have a deep plane facelift, and with a forehead lift as well, and a deep plane facelift, and have my eyes done at the same time, and then have a peel.
You still have low hairline here where I don't, so you could pull it back with that.
Yeah, because I have a very deep furrow there. I mean, I have a very deep crease. Can you see it? I mean, obviously you can see it. It's very deep. So I mean, it's really deep. But the Botox does do away with it. But you have to be careful with Botox. And here's the hint, because I'll give you a little tip. If you get too much Botox and you have a really big crease, it relaxes it. That's what it does. So, and then it paralyzes it. But when it relaxes it, it's going to lower it. So if you have saggy eyelids, you're going to have saggier eyelids because it's going to think of it. Look
So after you get Botox, will your eyebrows be a little lower?
Yes. And I'm going to tell them this time that now I say everybody's going to be looking, oh my God, his eyebrows are crooked. And now I'm going to see if I can tell. I'm going to make sure I tell them.
Put more on this side so it drops.
More on one side that's more relaxed than the other, because
so they'll even them
if
out.
If I had an upper facelift, I would have them do it so that they would straighten out my eyebrows
in a row.
Because my whole face is lower on one side, like I must have had a stroke or something. I don't know what it was. I look at pictures when I was young. Like a kid, my face was symmetrical. What happened? I don't know.
Did you have a case of polio or something?
No, I did not.
Because my dad did, and so one side of his face was a little off.
My face is lower on one side, and my eye is, and like when I'm hanging a picture, it's always crooked. I swear to God.
Because your eyes aren't even?
Exactly. I have to go because this one's lower. I have to go like that. Because seriously, it is always, when I look at it, it is always crooked. When I look at it, I'm going, that's not straight. And I get a level, and it's perfectly level. And I'm thinking, well, this is not obvious. It's because think about it, one eye is lower than the other. So, and that's what if glasses, they always look when they give me glasses, they go, wait a minute. I said, I know what, this eye's lower than this eye, so
they have to
this ear is lower than this ear too. I mean,
so they have to adjust your glasses.
There's another thing I would do too. We're talking about if we had a lot of money. I would have my earlobes done. Short.
Mine are getting really dangly because I've been wearing
the earrings.
Because these are piercings.
Yeah.
And I've been putting larger ones.
They cut them off and make them shorter. That would hurt. Think about it.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Well, you're not awake.
But I've got, You know what they say about men with big earlobes?
Well, I don't know. I think they just think you have floppy earlobes. I don't like them. Yours is moving. You know what? Because that's a heavy ring.
Well, yeah, these are.
You probably shouldn't wear those.
Well, I finally, I bought a whole set.
You're gonna have like Dumbo ears if you seriously.
Well, I bought a whole set going up a bigger gauge all the time. I think it's a smaller gauge means it's bigger. But anyway, and I put these in a couple of weeks ago, and I'd never been able to get these in.
I mean, those are thick.
They are thick, I've got one set even thicker.
Have you ever seen? This is a whole different subject. Have you ever seen a man that has a piercing?
I've never seen one, and I want to see one.
I've seen it, and I don't know what the hell.
I had a friend who had one, and he would show it, but I didn't.
Why would anybody ever want to do that? Could you imagine the pain? I mean, it's a big hole.
Yeah.
I mean, the pain would be I just can't even imagine the pain from that.
Well,
and the swelling. Anyway, so if you had want to do something, what would you do on your face? You would do
my eyelids.
Oh, your eyelids.
My eyelids, yeah.
You know, I did. It was cheap. You know, it was only like $2,500, but the guy was an ophthalmologist. He wasn't even a plastic surgeon. We went to. And we were awake. I went there with a friend. I was awake during the whole thing. They gave me Valium, and I remember smelling. You could smell the skin burning because they burn it. They have to burn some. And he kept saying, "Breathe, breathe." I'll never forget that. He could say, "Breathe," because I guess I was like not breathing really deeply enough. But afterwards, what you get?
Does it smell like barbecue?
It smells like burning flesh. And the other thing is, though, you get what's called scary eye. Now, you're going to say, what the hell is that? After you have it done, if you stand in front of the mirror and you go like that and look up, it's like a horror movie. It really is. It's got that weird look of the eyes. When my friend told me, I said, wait, what are you doing? I did it. I thought, oh my God, she's right. We call it scary eyes. And it does look very scary. But I really do need it done because I noticed that my eyes are sagging. Quite a bit.
Disclaimer, when we decided to do this unscripted podcast, it was because of conversations like this. Rob and I have been friends for 20 years, and we just get off into these conversations. And I promise you, we made no notes about plastic surgery today, but...
No, but
this is just us talking, which is what this is about.
There was a guy I follow on Facebook. His name is Dr. Nafimi, I think. He's Middle Eastern. Man, this guy does the best facelifts ever. But you know how much he charges? You know how much his facelifts are? $240,000.
Oh my word! Yeah, I won't be having one of those.
You should see the results. It's unbelievable.
Wow!
I mean, this guy, and he shows the before and after, and he shows every day of recovery. It's unbelievable, and it's rough when they get out. I mean, their faces are swollen, their eyes are swollen shut. They've got stitches. Sometimes some people, I bleed a lot, and they said that men tend to have more. They bleed more, and they have a lot of fluids. When I had mine done, I had a girder like around my neck. All the fluids went down to my neck. I had this like swollen thing. I thought I was choking. It was not. That was not pleasant. The other thing that wasn't pleasant is I woke up with a helmet head, a big bandage, and I'm claustrophobic. Well, I didn't know I was going to have that. I took the damn thing off. At first, I went to the hospital and told because when I woke up, I tore my eye, I don't know if it was my cornea or something. Because when you're in surgery, your eyes dry out. And it was like 8 hours. So when I opened my eyes, it tore. And it felt like glass was in my eye. So I went to the emergency room and I told them, take the bandage off my head. The guy said, I'm not taking a post-surgical bandage off of your head. So I said, well, I'm going to do it myself. And I took it off. And the doctor was not happy about that at all, that I did it. But I had to take it off. It was horrible. I was.
Well, like, remember that before you decide to do it
again.
I
have to tell him that I want to do something different. I don't want that post-surgical helmet head because it was all wrapped around. The only thing was my eyes and my nose and my mouth.
I couldn't. It
was it was horrible. And I had my mother taking care of me. Oh my God, that was a nightmare. She kept waking me up, putting ice on me and bothering me. It was just horrible. It was horrible. And then I had like a panic attack with that thing on my head, and I had to go to the hospital. And it was not. They gave me a tranquilizer because I had a panic attack from it. But I was in law school at the time, and I went in this 2 days after surgery. Well, it must have been not looking very good. But anyway, sometimes people who bleed a lot they do what's called web stitching all down the side, and it looks like a spider web. It looks horrible, but it doesn't leave any marks.
Okay,
that's 30 minutes already.
Wow.
So anyway, next in about a week, I think I'm gonna go try to go like Tuesday, Wednesday. So in a week, you're gonna notice that my forehead's gonna be flat, really flat, and my. So anyway,
we were talking about dancing a while ago.
Yes, my theory about dancing is this: I wouldn't want to date somebody who couldn't dance, and you're gonna say why? I really believe this. Men and probably women who can't dance are lousy in bed.
You think so?
Yes, I do.
So we got to find how
we
we're
got to take a survey.
This.
We got to take a survey.
We're going to have to test it.
Because we'll take a survey. But men who cannot dance are, I don't think, or I shouldn't say lousy, are not as good in bed than men who can dance.
Or maybe they're just.
And I think it's because men who can dance are more in tune with their body. And that's all. That's what you have to be, right? You have to be in tune with your body.
So I'm wondering how we could set this up as an experiment to find out. I don't guess we could.
No, but you could ask people though if there was somebody who could dance.
So we'll find somebody who can't dance and go ask their partner. Said,
are they lousy in bed?
Are they not the best you've had?
Are they not? Are they lousy in bed? Because really, I mean, I would think that's accurate. You don't think so?
I have no idea.
That never popped into your head? People who can dance.
Well, the person I was with 4 years, I don't think we ever danced.
Oh, so you didn't know. People who could dance, though, when you think about it, are in tune with their body and they know how to move their body, right?
I'm trying to think if I've ever been with someone that I've danced
they're
with.
rhythmic, so they can move their bodies in rhythm and things like that. I mean,
maybe
that is just my unprofessional.
Well, when I'm thinking of my experiences, I don't have enough data to verify that.
Do you know? I'm going to say this anyway. I was with a man who was totally deaf, and it was very interesting because at the table we could communicate on his laptop, but once you left that port, there was no communication. He didn't talk at all. But that man was very passionate and knew he could sense what his partner wanted from the breathing. Because they're very in tune with and heartbeat. He said heartbeat and breathing. He knows exactly what his partner when it's working. Isn't that interesting?
That is.
He was totally deaf. Totally deaf.
I wonder how that worked with someone who is blind.
I bet for the same thing. I bet the same way, because their other senses make up for that. Right. And I would imagine that I went to a wedding where everybody was deaf. And they were all dancing, and I said, "Well, how the heck did they dance? They feel it. They feel it in the floor, and so they feel the vibration in their bodies, and in their how the music you could feel it, and in the floor. It was very interesting. It was the quietest wedding, really, because they didn't talk. Seriously.
Well, my friend Ricky, who's deaf, I know one time the church had a function at Neon Boots, and he came, and I was. Asking him if he could dance and how does he dance without hearing it. And he told me that he feels
it in the floor.
feels the beat.
Yeah. It's very interesting.
The vibration.
Very interesting. We went way over now, I think. I think we should probably cut it off.
Yeah, that's kind of 30 minutes there. Well,
all right. That was episode, what are we on?
Episode 4.
Right,
well, great. Thank you for dropping in with us.
Thanks for coming.
This is...
You enjoyed it.
The Golden Gays, Single Gay Life Over 60, unscripted. And boy, did we hit the unscripted tonight.
Tell us what you want us to talk about.
Yeah, what things would you like to hear us talking about?
And I do want to hear from lesbians. I don't know why I'm obsessed with hearing from lesbians.
We will. We have some solid followers who make comments already.
Are they here in Houston?
Yeah.
You know them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. From church?
Yeah.
Are they a couple?
She is part of a couple. But I only know one.
They're not.
I only see one of a couple. Yeah, one comes to church, one doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Or doesn't very often.
Oh, how old are they?
They're retired. I would guess they're about our age.
Okay.
Maybe a little younger, or probably right on the money. And I have some other people in mind that I know have watched some of these, but may not have made a comment. But if you'd be interested in having a roundtable discussion with us, that's something we might have to...
I was part of a lesbian group once, dinner group. We have to talk about that next week. But I got stood up on a date once, and she heard me talking on the phone. It was a long time ago, and she invited me to join them. and I've been friends with her ever since.
Okay.
Yeah. It was very funny. I mean, they said, "Oh, come over to my table." So then they invited me the next week. It was just me and like 10 lesbians.
Okay.
Yes, I get along with them just fine. I have no problems.
Yeah, I think I do as well. Even though we may have come off a little of offensive.
I should invite my friend to listen to my podcast. I'm going to send her a message.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we had a very interesting conversation recently about trans. It's a hot topic with evidently in many lesbian groups with men who say they're trans. This is what they're saying, and that are not trans, and they're trying to be in the group with lesbians. That's what they say. So I know
that almost sounds like a Republican talking point,
but it's not
where they said trans people aren't really trans.
Exactly.
They have some other
I know that. So this will be very interesting, though, because I think that I've heard this before, though. This is not.
Well, I've heard people say that, but I always put them in cases like
I think the same thing.
Y'all are just attacking trans people with that.
Exactly. That's what I thought too. And she got mad at me.
Well, I have some real good trans folks, so
I'm gonna.
We could have a trans conversation. We
can have a conversation. Yes, absolutely.
We got to figure out how we're going to set up our studio. I've got to get more mics. I've only got 2 mics.
Yeah,
I've got to get a set of 4.
I would like to have a trans person.
Yeah.
But yeah, because that's a whole different subject. They're even more isolated in the gay community, I think. I mean,
well, yeah, they're the punching bag for everybody.
Right now. So, okay, we need to cut it off.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks.
We appreciate it. Please drop your comments. Tell us what things you'd like to hear us talk about.
All righty. Sounds good.